Ventura Highway in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. You're going to go, I know. One of these teams will take that trip to the Ventura Highway. Gavilan's never been, and the Bear Cubs would like to return, you know. Who will get to the California Community College State Championship Tournament? You'll find out next. Welcome to Bud and Jean Ottmar Memorial Gymnasium. Bill Christopher Court on the campus of Gavilan College for this regional final matchup between the number 3 seed Gavilan against the number 6 seed Santa Rosa Junior College. I'm Chris Babcock. Thanks for joining us. And we're going to have an interview shortly with head coach Craig McMillan. You're watching Bear Cub basketball on NorCal Sports TV.
Jolly Washer Express is the only true express car wash in Santa Rosa. Jolly Washer Express will wash your car for $9 in less than 6 minutes and will never have an attendant trying to sell you extra services at the pay station. If you want a clean car fast and free vacuums, come visit us today. And if you want the best deal in town, ask us about our unlimited wash club. Jolly Washer Express at the 76 gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Piner Road. Or visit us online, jollywasherexpress.com. Jolly Washer Express is a proud partner of Santa Rosa Junior College men's basketball.
I'm with Bear Cub basketball coach Craig McMillan, and Coach, Gavilan's on quite a run. Does it help playing a similar opponent in Las Positas last week in preparing for this game?
It did a little bit. You know, the keys are similar. They get out on the break. They get to the rim. They're very good on the offensive glass, and those are things we've been emphasizing for 2 weeks.
So it also has to be an advantage that you have players in here that have been in experience of this last year and got the win. It's a tough road team in Gavilan. What are some things offensively that you guys can do to stay in this game?
Well, they pick up the pressure a lot more than Las Positas did last week. We got to take care of the basketball. If they force turnovers, they're really hard to stop in transition, and then you can't keep them off the boards or out of the paint with the penetration. So we have to take care of the ball versus their pressure. Hopefully we can use their pressure to get some easy shots. It's not easy. They do a good job with it.
You're watching Bear Cub basketball on NorCal Sports TV.
Santa Rosa Junior College men's basketball on NorCal Sports TV is brought to you in part by Jolly Washer Express, the fastest and most convenient car wash in town. Fit Pro Go, who will be our Fit Pro Go player of the game. JRIMYC Mechanical, innovative solutions and expertise for over 2 decades for commercial plumbing in Northern California. Lombardi's Gourmet Deli and Barbecue in Petaluma, where they offer a large selection of gourmet delicatessen food, along with a wide variety of barbecue and local wine.
So you heard from Coach McMillan and what kind of things that Gavilan presents, and let's introduce you to the Gavilan College Rams. They are 27-2. They've won 13 games in a row. Their last loss was to City College of San Francisco on January 4th. Last week, they beat American River 78-69. They were down 44-30 at halftime and outscored American River 48-25. They went 12-0 in conference for their the Coast South Conference champions. They won back-to-back conference championships, and their average margin of victory in conference is nearly 18 a game. And they're coached by Dallas Jensen in his second year. He's 61-7, the Gilroy High School alum, attended San Jose City College and then went to BYU, Hawaii. The Bear Cubs last week beat Las Positas 88-75. Atmar Mundu and Skylar Chavez combined for 47 points. The Bear Cubs have won 4 in a row and 7 of 8. The winner of this game, and there's other regionals going on all through California, 3 in Northern California that we're carrying on NorCal Sports TV. We'll go to Ventura. Those were the words of the great band America. Ventura Highway in the sunshine where the days are longer and the nights are stronger. The Bear Cubs were there last year. Gavilan has never been to the state tournament. They've only had 3 conference championships. Fortunately for them, the last 2 years have been conference championships for them. And we appreciate everybody helping us out to get us set up here today, specifically Ron Hannon, athletic director, and traffic and things. We were a little late here, but things worked out just great. We got a couple of cameras set up, and we're ready to bring you Bear Cub basketball here on Championship Saturday night in the California Community College Association. And Ron Hannon is our PA man tonight, and we're going to honor America with our national anthem. Our national anthem. And they're really taking a sense of pride here in Gavilan in their basketball program. And here are the starting lineups. First for the Bear Cubs.
Rosa Junior College. Back guard, a 5'11" freshman from Fremont, number 1, Atmar Mundu. Back guard, a 5'10" freshman from Santa Rosa, number 10, Damian Wallace. Back guard, a 6'1" sophomore from Flamingo, number 11, Ryan Perez. Back forward, a 6'5" sophomore from San Anselmo, number 33, Skylar Chavez. And at forward, a 6'7" freshman from Hillsburg, number 34, Ryan Portman. With assistant coaches.
And that's the starters for the Bear Cubs. Now for Gavilan, the Rams in their gray home uniforms.
Santa Rosa Junior College is led by Craig McMillan. Coast Conference South Division Championship. Their win over number 14 American River College in the second round advanced them to tonight's game. The Rams are currently ranked 5th in the state of California. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Gavilan College Rams. At guard, a 6'5" sophomore from San Jose, number 0, DJ Burgess. At guard, a 6'1" sophomore from Los Angeles, number 5, Evan Zay. At a forward spot, a 6'6" sophomore from Fresno, number 15, Neon Potts. At forward, a 6'5" sophomore from Oakland, number 25, Neon Ellis. And at forward, a 6'7" sophomore from Gilroy, number 2, Sander Bauer. And the assistant coaches Brian Martin, Derek Jensen, Rustin Louisville, and Johnny.
So there's the starters for Gavilan. They're on quite a roll. They're very tough here at home. These two teams are some of the best passing teams in sharing the basketball in the state. Both rank in the top 5 in assists per game. Santa Rosa 19th in scoring. Gavilan 17th. Common opponents. Both lost to City College of San Francisco. Both have wins over Cabrillo. Santa Rosa 2 wins over American River. Gavilan beat American River last week. Santa Rosa split with Sierra, and Gavilan won. Tip goes to the Rams. By Ibn Zaid, the point guard. Pass along the baseline, and it's a turnover early on for the Rams. And the Rams will press the Bear Cubs in their blue uniforms. Skylar Chavez with the basketball. Bad pass by Chavez. Ellis with the steal off the pass, dripping with gravy down to Cortman. 1 turnover each. Burgess with the basketball, kicks it out to Zaid. He had 15 points last week, but was only 2 of 12 with threes. Pretty drive to the basket, misses, but he gets his own rebound. And DJ Burgess started last week, but only played 7 minutes. I read somewhere where Coach Jensen did not make one substitution in the second half. Never heard that, seen that in a basketball game. Chavez, high post, drive and kick to Mundu. Buries the 3. Atmar Mundu had 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists last week in the win over Las Positas. The Bear Cubs won that game playing defense. That 3 doesn't go, and it'll stay with Gavilan. So the Bear Cubs are going to get their feet in the paint. Keys to them, protect the paint. The Rams will attack, and they're good with the mid-range shots. Rebound. Gavilan, one of the top 10 teams in the state rebounding. And bench scoring, the Bear Cubs only scored 7 off the bench. And normally they're getting more contributions that way. For example, Nick Cole scored 21 off the bench versus Folsom, was scoreless last week. I'm Chris Babcock. Thanks for joining us on NorCal Sports TV, which are 3 of the regional finals in Northern California that we're carrying live. Swinging the basketball by the Rams, drive and kick. 3 doesn't go, and another offensive rebound. That's 2 so far as Bowers out of Christopher High School just down the street here. Elbow jumper. DJ Burgess only scored 2 points last week. He's got 4 early on. Bear Cubs break the press. 2-3 zone for Gavilan. You got to beat him getting a high post entry, as illustrated by the state's leading scorer, Skylar Chavez. He had 27 last week, including 8 assists. Post entry, and then we got a foul. And our officials for tonight's game, Greg Puccioni, Ryan Skates, and Zach Nelson. First team foul on the Bear Cubs. Burgess going to work early, misses. Couple of shots at the rim, doesn't go. And ball will go to the Bear Cubs. I believe we have a kicking call. This gym was renovated in 2017. We got here, greetings by the athletic director, Dallas Jensen, the coach, everybody coming by, excited for NorCal Sports TV to be in the house down in Gilroy. Wallace with the drive, that's too easy, and he's fouled and it counts. The Cardinal Newman alum getting to work early. Had 18 points, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds, and 4 steals. 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Has struggled a little bit this year from the free throw line. And misses that one. Wallace having a great freshman season, and we got to travel. One of the best ball distributors in the state, averaging 6.1 assists per game, nearly 8 points, nearly 7 assists a game, and 6 rebounds. 7-4, Bear Cubs. The key to tonight offensively is spread the court. Perez with the basketball, high post to Cortman. Out to Chavez, wide open look. Bad news for Gavilan. Now, he had 27 points, Skylar Chavez. Only attempted 2 threes. Mostly attacking the basket and going to the free throw line. Turnaround jumper is good. Dion Ellis, love this statistic. Had 29 points last week, did not attempt 1 3. Think he likes to go to the basket. Wallace a little out of control, but finds Perez over the corner. He gets it back up to Chavez. Chavez high post, he'll turn and face. Bear Cubs need to have good spacing, and that will happen. Right through the defense. The Bear Cubs have been precise with their aggressiveness tonight when they go to the basket. 15-footer, back rim, Mundu with the rebound. Mundu, wide open look from the top of the key. And we've got a timeout. The Bear Cubs came to play. They lead 15-6. You're watching Bear Cub basketball on NorCal Sports TV.
Osceola's 5th Street Grill, 609 5th Street in Santa Rosa. Great food and a friendly neighborhood bar and grill. Lagunitas Brewing Company, lively tap room offering beer tasting snacks, a retail store, and regular live music in Petaluma. Vice Properties, North Bay Ranches, Vineyards, and Estates, plus commercial and investment properties, viceproperties.com. Wild California, it's the crispiest, crunchiest, most delicious, and healthy snack around. Watch out, potato chips. Things are about to get wild. And Michael's Sourdough Sandwiches, 2 locations in Sonoma County, Petaluma and Roanoke Park. Taste.
Bear Cubs are perfect from the three-point line, 3 for 3. They lead by 9. I'm Chris Babcock. Thanks for joining us on NorCal Sports TV, the streaming home of Santa Rosa Junior College men's basketball for the 2nd season. Pick and roll, slam dunk finish. Xander Bowers had 15 points with 6 of 7 from the field. Cortman finishes strong at the basket, talking to Landon before the game. Said, young man, I think you're going to have your opportunities if you play your cards right. Be a little patient, get that high post entry, and you're going to have opportunities to the basket. But don't hurry. Chavez, 15-footer, doesn't get the roll. Rebound by Daylon Potts. He had 8 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists. Played the whole game. So you think they're in shape here in Gavilan? Most certainly. Top Potts had a shot at the basket, but chose to pass it out to Bowers. 3-point attempt, thank you. Ibn Zaid and Wallace drive and kick. Perez wide open, misses. Another rebound by Potts. Good defense by Cortman with the steal. Wallace to Mundu, and he's fouled. And he'll get a couple of free throws. McMillan and Nick Cole getting ready to check in, but some effective minutes starting early on by Landon Cortman and company. Last couple of games we've had on NorCal Sports TV, Mr. Mundu's had some big games. Was our player of the game against American River on Valentine's Day, and had 20 against Las Positas. The freshman out of Washington of Fremont, North Coast section product. Splits the free throws. And Patrick Fisher has entered the game. He had 7 points, 33 minutes off the bench last week for Coach Jensen. Bowers in the low block. He's doubled. Pass gets out to Zaid. Bear Cubs protecting the paint. They're going to give up those shots, and then they've got a rebound, and they do. Who's going to win the 50-50 balls that time? It's Gavilan! Ellis with the finish. The Bear Cubs don't get the 50-50 ball, and that's the athleticism of Gavilan shining through. 18-10. Perez in and out. Bear Cubs settling for threes, and Gavilan will attack. And another offensive rebound. In and out for Ellis. Mundu. He's got Cole in the corner. Nice move. Mundu, wide open look. In and out. Bear Cubs have stopped taking the ball to the basket. Now 3 of 7 from downtown. Ahmad Chambers at the bench scoring table getting ready to check in. 18-10 here from Bill Christopher Court. A Wilsonberger served back hot early on by Mr. Perez. Bud and Jean Otmar Memorial Gymnasium in Gavilan. Chavez will take a rest, and we'll see how the Bear Cubs do with the state's leading scorer on the bench. Bad pass goes out of bounds, and a turnover for Gavilan. 11:35, Chavez out of the game. Bear Cubs lead 18-10. And you only have bleachers on one side of the court here, so we're pretty full. Perez breaks the press, gets it over to Mundu. And now Gavilan will man up, but then they'll switch on screens. So you got to do a little show and go. High post entry to McMillan, hands off to Perez, wild shot, doesn't go, out of control. And then Gavilan will attack. Off the glass, Dalen Potts, his second field goal. Early on, Bear Cubs were aggressive and asserting themselves, but you have to be in a little bit more control. Haven't had the last 4 possessions a green light shot. Got to get screen in motion. 10 on the shot clock. Mundu driving kick. McMillan, another 3 missed. The Bear Cubs have missed their last 5 threes. Gavilan moves the basketball. Zaid, wide open 3 is good. And he's probably shot that in this gym 15,000 times. Well, just like that, it's a 3-point game. You're watching Bear Cub basketball on NorCal Sports TV.
Santa Rosa Junior College men's basketball on NorCal Sports TV is brought to you in part by Flamingo Conference Resort and Spa in Santa Rosa, proudly serving the wine country for over 60 years. The Omelet Express, 2 locations to serve in Santa Rosa and Windsor, proudly serving the best breakfast in Sonoma County for 40 years. Mike Kiefer and family for their generous donation. Jimmy John's, 2064 Santa Rosa Avenue, gourmet sandwiches since 1983. All Coast Forest Products in Cloverdale, an independent wholesale manufacturer and distributor of quality lumber products and building materials. All quality, all the time.
So Skylar Chavez went out of the game with 11:35 on the clock. The Bear Cubs lay at 18-10. In a minute, in less than a minute and a half, it's 18-15. And guess who checks back into the game? Skylar Chavez. So Coach McMillan takes advantage, gets the timeout, and then Chavez back into the game. Gavilan with the press. Got to get them when they're off balance. And Cole trying to do a little too much. Travels with the basketball. If he just gets his feet set underneath him, catches and ball fakes, he can go right to the basket. But there's a certain tempo you got to play on the road. And last couple of times with the basketball just hasn't worked. 18-15. Little 5-0 run for Gavilan, a little pick and roll. Nice ball fake, wide open look, and a rebound by Chavez. Wallace cut off his path by Zaid. High post to Chavez. They stay in the man with Chavez back in the game. Fadeaway jumper, bottom of the net. 20-15, much needed hoop for the traveling Bear Cubs. Then we got a little blood on somebody's hand. Santa Rosa is now 3 of 7 from downtown. They started 3 of 3. Burgess will check in for Ellis, who's got a little blood on his hand or his eye. The official's right on it. When you get to this regional final, you get the best of the best official-wise. And as we mentioned, this is kind of old hat for the Bear Cubs. For Gavilan, they have never been to the state tournament. They were in the same situation last year and lost on the road to Fresno City College. Lost 2 games this season, 1 in November, 1 in January. 5 on the shot clock. And the Bear Cubs will allow that 3 all day long. Pugh with the miss. Cortman with the ball fake. Gets it to Wallace. Chavez from 17. Doesn't go. Fisher with the board. And Gavilan's a transition basketball team. They get it up quick. So you got to get your feet back in the paint. Something they practiced all week long. 17-footer, bottom of the net. Ibn Zaid, 20-17. Nice pass. Damian Wallace with a pretty bounce pass. And Nick Cole, the recipient, and he's on the board after being scoreless last week. Cortman overplaying the post entry, nearly steals it. Wallace flashes to trap. And then Cortman called for the foul. Second team foul for the Bear Cubs. His first. Bowers, after gets cleaned up, checks in for Pugh. Bowers. Zaid with the basketball. Can hear the countdown on the shot clock. Nice screen out by Skylar Chavez. That's the old-fashioned way of screening somebody out, and I love when the ball bounces on the floor and you've screened out a guy so well that you can get it. Fundamentals rarely seen and rarely talked about. Chavez, little shimmy, little shake, and a layup. The man that appears in everybody's scouting report, and we got a turnover. I've never been the best guy on the team or the best looking guy in the room, but Skylar Chavez is that best player when he shows up, and so he's going to be on that scouting report. Everybody's going to know who he is when he starts warming up, and teams are going to get physical with him. And we talked about his mental toughness last week, and things are going pretty easy for him. And then we've got a reach on Zaid. Third team foul. And then Dion Ellis will check in out of McClymonds High School, talking about a school that's produced some athletes. We love sitting by the benches. We hear some things, sometimes probably not for children's ears. 10 on the shot clock. Chavez getting defended pretty well, but he'll still finish. Cortman for three. Back rim. Rebounded by Potts, and he'll pull up just crossing half court and get it to Fisher. Ellis. Constant movement. You don't see Gavilan standing around. They make you work defensively. Good ball fake and a lie and a layup and a foul. If you just joined us, lying is a ball fake, and here is a great lie. Watch this lie. Watch this ball fake. Boom. And then gets through and gets the foul. And a missed free throw. Brad Abra out of Gunderson High School in San Jose. Good foul by the Bear Cubs. Rebounded by Nick Cole. He got to within two, and then the Bear Cubs stepped up. Speaking of stepping up, Damian Wallace. I know he's got a proud uncle who always watches us on NorCal Sports TV. Appreciate his support and everybody else support watching the game all season long. And the Bear Cubs say thank you, Mr. Fisher, for shooting in long three. Usually ends up being a field goal the other way, and so does Chavez. Bear Cubs are in sync when they spread the court and are precise with their aggressiveness, meaning when the opportunity's there, take it. Don't force it. Good help defense by Cortman. You want to see how teammates work together on defense? Here's an example. Watch the help. That's everybody work. That's guys being connected. And that you get that by having a coaching staff, including Coach McMillan, that preach defense, practice defense. And when you have a week to prepare for a team, these are some of the opportunities when you buy in. Mundu, Chavez, shimmy and a shake, misses. Rebounded by Bowers. And Potts will run an attack, but kicks it out. Wide open three, no good. Loose ball off of Mundu. He tried to sell it, but Mr. Puccioni wasn't buying it, young man. Come back some other time. But you got to get guys, high-character guys that buy into the system, that play hard. And those things are so important. And when you can put in a strategy and you have a week to prepare for a team, those where things shine in, where you're maybe not the most athletic team in the gym, but you could also be the most connected. And McMillan's called for the hold on Ellis, and he knows it. And Jason has a very good way about asking questions to officials. And so I asked him last week, a little post-game get-together with the Coach McMillan and staff, etc. And I said, Jason, you maybe be an official? He said, I might be. Wallace, watch what happens when everybody's back is turned to you and you turn on the burners. You got to turn and face. And here comes Wallace. See, shimmy shake going, and guys. Now the key is for Damian is when he gets to the free throw line, is put the ball in the hole, Captain Obvious. Does the first one. And the ultimate confidence by his teammates, they just all four went down to the other end, said, hey, bud, I know you're going to make both of these. 14-point lead for the Bear Cubs. High post entry. Three doesn't go, and another long rebound for the Bear Cubs. Potts with the miss. And the Bear Cubs are you're gonna have to give up something when you protect the paint. And they're gonna allow Gavilan, who's only averaging around 7 made threes a game, over the corner to Mundu. The Bear Cubs keeping them off balance. Chavez. 15-footer stops on a dime. Talking about enjoying watching somebody get better every single game. Wow. Skylar Chavez. Wherever he goes next year, they are going to be fortunate. Baseline jumper is good and a much-needed hoop. Zaid with the hoop. That was a big run for Santa Rosa. It was 18-17, and I believe that was a 15-0 run for the Bear Cubs. Chavez from 17, in and out, rebounded by Bowers. And the Rams will try to push, but the Bear Cubs get back. They'll turn and face, and they'll say thank you for Mr. Bowers of shooting that 18-footer, not going to the basket. And then Wallace, shimmy and shakes, stops on a dime, kicks it out to Chavez. Cortman at the scores table. All eyes on the state's leading scorer. 10 on the shot clock. Wallace with the assist to the coach's son, Jason McMillan. So when all eyes are on Chavez and you spread the court and you have a guy that can attack the paint and some guys that can finish every once in a while, that's the result. 35-19, Bear Cubs. 2 minutes here from Bill Christopher Court. And then we got a foul on Ellis. Little illegal screen here. You know what I like too? Ellis isn't screaming and yelling at the official. He comes and asks him what he did. And if guys had learned not to show up the officials and ask them, hey, what did I do there, or what can I get away with there? I'm not going to necessarily tell you what you can get away with. That's how you build relationships. I'm not very smart, but I can build relationships. That's why I'm successful in selling, because you got to talk with folks. Screaming and yelling doesn't get anywhere. 17-footer for the state's leading scorer, who is absolutely on fire. So 19-4 run for the Bear Cubs since Chavez came back into the game. Burgess is fouled along the baseline. And when you have fouls with the hands, that's a testament that you're being lazy on defense. When you're fouling with your chest, then you're beating the guy to the spot. Great article this week in the Press Democrat online. Just that about that Mary fact. Pretty drive. Chavez called for the foul, but didn't allow the basket. His second personal, and I think Coach McMillan will pull him out so he doesn't pick up his third before the end of the half. Been Zaid at the free throw line out of Taft High School in Bakersfield, and that's the first. So you go, well, you know, why take Chavez out? You got this run, but you know what? It isn't worth his third foul, even if, you know, you give up a couple of points here and there the rest of the half. And the Bear Cubs got to be smart offensively. Continue to be balanced and spread the court. That's not a good pass. Dripping with gravy, and it's a turnover and a layup the other way. And Coach McMillan will call a timeout because that was not a very good pass against one of the state's better defensive teams. Right there, it's Western Union, Telegraph. Here it comes. You're watching. We'll just keep it right here. So this is a regional final. There's 4 going on here in Northern California, 3 that are on NorCal Sports TV, and 4 in Southern California. So the winners of those games will make up the final 8 for the state tournament. Now, it's been in that format for this will be the 3rd season. Prior to that, there was what was they called the regional final. They only took 4 teams from the north and 4 from the south. But out of the last 8 years, the Bear Cubs have been to those games 6 times. Wallace right through the defense. And a look of disgust by Coach Jensen, especially after a timeout. And this is one of the best defensive teams in the state. Not a smart foul by Damian Wallace. A little knee action, and Ibn Zaid at the free throw line. And Zaid makes the first. So since 2011, the Bear Cubs have made the Elite 8 6 times. That's a winning basketball program. And one of those years won the school's only state championship in men's basketball in 2014. 14-point lead. The Bear Cubs would like to build on that. They break the press, 20 on the shot clock. High post to Cortman. He turns and faces. He has a shot rejected by Bowers. And then Potts will attack. And then Cortman fouls. So, see, there's a frustration foul. You come down, you get your shot block, better known as a Wilsonberger, and then you come back and you retaliate with your hands. Again, if you're with your hands first, you're being lazy on defense. And then Coach McMillan subs in Skylar Chavez. Will be the Bear Cubs' last possession of the first half. Or it should be. Zaid at the free throw line. Nets the first. Misses the free throw. Rebounded by Wallace. The Bear Cubs will play for the last shot. Mundu back to Wallace. 10 on the game clock. Over to McMillan. All eyes on the state's leading scorer. Back rim with that three. And it's 39-26. Santa Rosa Junior College. Bear Cubs didn't quite finish the first half like they wanted to, but they'll be happy with the 13-point lead going to the halftime break. You're watching Bear Cub basketball on NorCal Sports TV.
Jolly Washer Express is the only true express car wash in Santa Rosa. Jolly Washer Express will wash your car for $9 in less than 6 minutes and will never have an attendant trying to sell you extra services at the pay station. If you want a clean car fast and free vacuums, come visit us today. And if you want the best deal in town, ask us about our unlimited wash club. Jolly Washer Express at the 76 gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Piner Road. Or visit us online, jollywasherexpress.com. Jolly Washer Express is a proud partner of Santa Rosa Junior College men's basketball. Santa Rosa Junior College men's basketball on NorCal Sports TV is brought to you in part by Flamingo Conference Resort and Spa in Santa Rosa, proudly serving the wine country for over 60 years. The Omelet Express, 2 locations to serve in Santa Rosa and Windsor, proudly serving the best breakfast in Sonoma County for 40 years. Mike Kiefer and family for their generous donation. Jimmy John's, 2064 Santa Rosa Avenue, gourmet sandwiches since 1983. All Coast Forest Products in Cloverdale, an independent wholesale manufacturer and distributor of quality lumber products and building materials. All quality, all the time. Ike's Place, love and sandwiches on 1780 Mendocino Avenue in Santa Rosa. The dirty sauce is what makes their sandwiches so good. Kokomo Winery. Our small production techniques and relationship with growers allow us to make wines that are as individual and unique as the vineyards from which they were born. Perry's Deli across the street from Santa Rosa High School on 1220 Mendocino Avenue is a must-stop for our crew before every Bear Cub basketball game. Get the pastrami. Santa Rosa Junior College men's basketball on NorCal Sports TV is brought to you in part by Jolly Washer Express, the fastest and most convenient car wash in town. Fit Pro Go, who will be our Fit Pro Go player of the game? JRIMYC Mechanical, innovative solutions and expertise for over 2 decades for commercial plumbing in Northern California. Lombardi's Gourmet Deli and Barbecue in Petaluma, where they offer a large selection of gourmet delicatessen food, along with a wide variety of barbecue and local wines. Osceola's 5th Street Grill, 609 5th Street in Santa Rosa. Great food and a friendly neighborhood bar and grill. Lagunitas Brewing Company, lively tap room offering beer tasting snacks, a retail store, and regular live music in Petaluma. Vice Properties, North Bay ranches, vineyards, and estates, plus commercial and investment properties, viceproperties.com. Wild California, it's the crispiest, crunchiest, most delicious, and healthy snack around. Watch out, potato chips. Things are about to get wild. And Michael's Sourdough Sandwiches, 2 locations in Sonoma County, Petaluma and Roanoke Park. Taste the difference.
As far as my background as a coach, I started out coaching at the Division I level. I was an assistant coach at Arizona, at Marquette University, University of Tennessee. It gave me a great idea, what players need to do to get to that level. And that experience, I also coached professionally abroad. Some of our players have used some of my contacts initially to go pursue their careers upon graduation in Europe and Asia and the Middle East. The biggest thing about my background here, I've been at San Luis JC 18 years, and I have a good relationship with coaches at the 4-year level. We've had a lot of good basketball players. They're also good students and good kids that have gone on and done well at those schools. So they're going to listen to my recommendation when I tell them a guy can be successful at their level. And I think when a guy transfers on, it's just not about where he goes. It's about being a good fit for that player and for the program he's going to. We've had one of the top basketball programs in the state. I've been here 18 years. We've averaged almost 25 wins a year. 5 of the last 7 years, we've won the Big 8 Conference, which is one of the top conferences in the state. 5 of the last 8 years, we've made it to the Elite 8 of the state tournament. In 2014, we won the state championship. So we've had one of the top programs success-wise on the court. We've had one of the top programs as far as guys transferring on to high-level schools. And as far as just the experience here, the energy of the fan base and the excitement of the games, you can't have a better junior college experience. We've had guys, in my 18 years being here, we've had guys that have gone on to high-level Division I schools. We've had guys go to the University of Oregon. We had several guys go to University of Pacific, University of Idaho, Boise State, East Tennessee State, Central Connecticut State, Santa Clara. We've had guys go to all different Division I schools, New Mexico State. We've also had a lot of guys who have successful Division II careers. We've had guys go to Sonoma State down the road here. Chaminade, had a couple players that went and played at Chaminade, Hawaii Hilo, Hawaii Pacific. We have a guy playing at Western Washington right now. So we've had a lot of guys go on to the Division I, II level and get scholarships and have successful careers there. Yeah, Steve and I played together. We were at Arizona 4 years together. And I think playing for Lute Olson was a great coach. I think we have some of the same philosophy basketball-wise. Fundamentals are important. Get back on defense, take away the lane. And I think it's really important, as to Steve, to have a lot of guys that can make shots. We spend a lot of time working on shooting the basketball, using not just on-ball screens, but off-ball screens as well, and keeping the floor space. So we try to do a lot of the same things that you'll see the Warriors do. Santa Rosa Junior College is a great option for student athletes coming out of high school if they're not getting a full scholarship to their dream school. Almost invariably, student athletes that have come to play basketball here have had more options when they've left the program than when they got here. We've had a handful of guys that have gotten Division I scholarships after a year and gone, but for the most part, it's a 2-year program. Guys come here for 2 years, get their AA degree, and most of our guys, almost over 95% of our basketball players that have played here for 2 years have gotten their degrees, and those that choose to go on to play basketball have that option. And it's not just about getting options and getting to the next level. It's also about the experience you're going to have when you're here. And we're kind of unique as far as a junior college basketball program, that we have good community support, good fan support. We have about half of our games were broadcast on NorCal SportsTV.com, and we draw well, and it's a good environment, good experience while you're here, and it's going to prepare you for the next level as well.
You guys spend much time here at the library?
Yeah, I spent a good amount of time in the library. Yeah. Right here we have the elevators to take us to the top floor. There's 4 levels here. Computers on this side that you can go get your work done. There's also study rooms that you can also go into to get your work done in groups. And then over here is the printing room. You go print out your assignments and stuff like that. And then here's where we would be studying, and then the stairs right here to take you up to the different levels.
Yeah, what do you think about this campus?
Oh no, it's just very peaceful. It's just very mellow, and all the trees and green you see around you just relaxes you. Being a student athlete here is great. You have a lot of assistance from faculty members here, like math labs, writing centers, they'll help you out with that. A lot of extracurricular activities like clubs you can get a part of. And then just the facilities we play in, like our gym is nice, we have a nice weight room, and all of the facilities here are top notch. So this is the first level of the library. Right here is the tutorial center. You can come in any classes on any subject. You come and get help with the tutor. You can be either in a study group or one-on-ones, or you can have short meetings. You write your name on the board, and they'll allow you to get some assistance that way. But every time you gotta come, you gotta log in. They're very on top of that.
It's been pretty good. I've been getting a lot more help that I didn't get when I was in high school. Getting help from DRD has helped me a lot this year with things like getting a smart pen that I record while I'm taking my notes in class, or a little help from the math lab or English writing center on my papers or revising my papers. Whenever I can't get in the weight room, there's always a teacher in the weight room here that lets me work out with their classroom, and it's just a good environment to be at the SRJC.
John Daly is our academic counselor that works with the basketball players. He's been doing it for years. He does a great job. He stays on top of the players as far as making sure they're taking the classes or leading to graduating the degrees they're seeking. Also, he monitors their classes, sends out progress reports, and if anyone's struggling in class, he'll hook them up with a free tutor and just make sure they're staying on task. And his efforts and the job he does in monitoring our players is a big reason we've had such success.
And then going back to your question about GPA, 3.36. Tell them right now that's without this semester. That's bringing in what you did at Laney and combined with what you've done here through summer. Okay, that does not include fall, or nor will it include spring. Okay, gotcha. So tell them you got a 3.36. Cool.
Student athletes come to Santa Rosa Junior College have somewhat of an adjustment between high school and college. You're independent at Santa Rosa Junior College. In other words, it's your responsibility to get yourself to class and take care of the work assignments that you are required to do in your classes. And it's a maturing aspect. Many times good athletes in high school, they are taken care of by the teachers that kind of move through their classes because they are a good athlete. And here they have to learn, they have to be a good student athlete to be successful, to create the skill sets in the classes that they need to be the good student and to move on to the next level and transfer.
All right, so the expectations of athletes in the classroom is for them to be successful. We want them to not just be a student who comes to class, but we want them to be a student who's going to be successful in that class and in meeting their goals to transfer. Many of the student athletes that come into our classroom, they have goals of transferring to university and both private and public university as well, because they want to continue being an athlete. What we're trying to do is to help them realize their goals at the community college level on what it means to be successful in one class at a time, so that they can meet all their general education courses and their transfer requirements, so that they can be successful as a student, therefore transfer as that student athlete to the university and to the college of their choice, and that they will be prime candidates for recruitment by the coaches at these colleges. So it's twofold. We want them to be successful with the material and in the classroom, but the added variable for an athlete is to help them realize their goals of being an athlete that's going to be prepared academically to transfer to the university of their choice so that they can fulfill their dreams as an athlete.
We have a great coaching staff. Maurice Thompson has been on the staff the longest. I've been here, I'll be going to my 19th year. Maurice has been here for 18 of them. And he is a very personable guy. He's a former Bear Cub himself. He played guard here a long time ago, and he works with the players individually a lot. Ryan Cook joined our staff about 8 or 9 years ago, and he works with the guards with their perimeter skill work, and he puts a lot of time and effort in and does a really good job with the skill development of those guys. George Alston joined our staff 7 years ago, and he works with the big guys, post moves, not just post moves, he works skill work with our big guys. He works on perimeter skills with our big guys, shooting jumpers and drives and so forth. When we do breakdown work, he works with our bigger guys more. Ryan Cook works with the guards. Jared Ames just joined our staff a year ago, and he's brought a lot of energy and enthusiasm. He works some with the big guys and some with the guards. Does a little bit of everything. And all of our coaches are really concerned about not just the basketball team, but about the players as individuals, and making sure that their experience here is successful and that they're doing the right things to move on to the next level.
Scoring in the first half. First for Gavilan, Burgess with 4, Bowers with 4, Zaid with 11. Gavilan was 5 of 7 for the free throw line, committed 7 turnovers. They're averaging, that's way above their average. And they were 1 of 12 from the 3-point line for the Bear Cubs. 7 points for Mundu, 8 for Wallace, 18 for Chavez. Bear Cubs had 7 assists. They were 4 of 10 from downtown, and they only committed 3 turnovers. That's according to the Bear Cubs bench. Our statistician Jeremy has them at 2. We're not going to fight over 1 turnover, but the Bear Cubs have more points in the paint than Gavilan. That's a good sign for the Bear Cubs as well. With Chavez on the floor, the Bear Cubs are plus 23. Without him, they're minus 10. And I don't think the Bear Cubs coaching staff was very happy how the Bear Cubs finished the first half, especially getting the foul and getting the Rams back in bonus. The layup missed by Bowers, and Chavez with the rebound. Mundu, Wallace, Cortman, Chavez misses. Cortman working hard on the offensive glass, but the ball will go to the Rams. Once again, I'd like to thank Ron Hannon for his help in getting us set up here. And congratulations to him. He was named the California Community College Athletic Director of the Year, Ron Hannon of Gavilan. The last time I was at Gavilan College, even though we played the game at a nearby high school, layup goes by Zaid, was my first college game for the College of the Redwoods Corsairs back in 1983, about 130 pounds ago. And got to play a little backup quarterback in the end, and Perez misses that 3, 1 and done for the Bear Cubs. Chance to cut in, make this less than a double-digit deficit for Gavilan. This time last week, Gavilan was down 13 points at half to American River. Obviously got the win, that's why they're here. Low block. Nice pass in the paint. Zaid with the layup, and it's 39-30. So it's 8-0 run from the end of the first half to the start of the second half for Gavilan. And Gavilan back into their zone. Bear Cubs need to spread the court, get the ball into the high post, and work their options. There's a great option. Chavez. He's got 20 points, averaging over 28 a game. The state's leading scorer by nearly 3 points a game. 10 on the shot clock. Fisher. And then we've got a turnover. Potts travels. Pucciani with the call. And we see these officials all the time. We talk to them. We respect what the officials do. They watch a lot of game film. They prepare in getting here to these games. And in this day of hyper retaliation on the court and the field, and we got a Wilson Burger served back hot. Xander Bowers. Perez takes a little too much time here and gets the Wilson Burger. What's a Wilson Burger? It's a block shot. Bill Russell, block shot, Wilson basketball, and Gavilan uses a Wilson basketball. We did all those CIF games, and it was a Spalding ball, and we didn't offend any sponsors. Perez comes back. Yeah, you can go and block my shot, and then I'll come back and bury the three, and that's exactly what happens for the sophomore all-conference in the Big 8. Thank you for shooting the three, but Fisher comes right back. 2 of 8 from downtown. And the Bear Cubs are going to give those up. Mundu to Chavez. Was in the paint, didn't like the numbers, drives it back out. Pretty drive by Perez. But you got to like Chavez. He's averaging, I was talking to Coach McMillan before the game, he's averaging nearly 28 points a game, and he's shooting nearly 53% from the field. Easy basket, then Cortman misses the bunny. And then Gavilan gets right up the court and hits the three. 2 in a row for Fisher. And we've got a timeout, Coach McMillan. So Cortman is literally all by himself underneath the basket. Gets in a little bit too much of a hurry. And then here's the result. It's a 5-point swing. 44-36. You're watching Bear Cub basketball on NorCal Sports TV.
Ike's Place, Love and Sandwiches on 1780 Mendocino Avenue in Santa Rosa. The dirty sauce is what makes their sandwiches so good. Kokomo Winery. Our small production techniques and relationship with growers allow us to make wines that are as individual and unique as the vineyards from which they were born. Perry's Deli across the street from Santa Rosa High School on 1220 Mendocino Avenue is a must-stop for our crew before every Bear Cup basketball game. Get the pastrami.
And we know Perry's Deli is closed, but they paid for their advertisement, so we're still going to give them advertisement. But 1 of 7 in the first half, but not in the second half for the Rams. As he've hit some threes here early on, and it's an 8-point basketball game. Bear Cubs led 39-26 at half. Gavilan will press. Skylar Chavez will inbound. As we said earlier in the game, Gavilan did not make a substitution all the second half last week in the win against American River. Fisher guarding Chavez. Perez in and out on the three. And then a post entry, and it's too easy. And then Cortman throws the ball up against the wall, and the officials could have teed him up in a heartbeat, but they didn't. So you're running up the court with your head to the basket. See that? Play that again. You're running up the court, makes the free throw, and then you compound it, and then you don't get called for that. That should have been a tee. 5-point game. Gavilan trailed by 13, just like they did last week. They're comfortable in that. Now The deficit is only 5 as the pressure tightens on the Bear Cubs. Wallace, McMillan. Bear Cubs got to spread the court. Mundu with a layup. There's the result if you spread the court, because they have to respect Chavez. Back rim on the 3. Chavez with the rebound. Both these teams averaging 80 points, around 80 points a game. Gavilan, one of the best defensive teams in the state, only giving up 63. Chavez goes away from the basket and gets the hometown roll, and Gilroy on the road. 22 for Chavez. Offers from Pepperdine, Utah, Colorado. Then you got a team like Cal that hasn't won many Pac-12 games. I'd be all over him. St. Mary's, USF. About 23 miles up to Santa Rosa. It's not a bad drive up there. Bear Cubs with the stop. Mundu with the basketball. Over the wing to Chavez. He'll shimmy and shake. Misses the 3. McMillan tries to get the offensive rebound, but Zaid has a little bit better position, and then a pretty move to the hoop. Right when you think, oh, he's pulling up, he's going to use the offense, he does the Linda Ronstadt Blue Bayou. And it's effective in basketball and football. You got a Blue Bayou coverage and then a Blue Bayou dribble. Perez, back rim on the 3, long rebound to Wallace. A break for the Bear Cubs. They're one of the worst offensive rebounding teams in the state. Well, when you make nearly 50% of your shots, there's a reason. McMillan from the corner hits the 3. Jason McMillan with a couple of field goals off the bench. One of the keys, little bench scoring. It's a 10-point game. You're watching Bear Cub basketball on NorCal Sports TV.
Jolly Washer Express is the only true express car wash in Santa Rosa. Jolly Washer Express will wash your car for $9 in less than 6 minutes and will never have an attendant trying to sell you extra services at the pay station. If you want a clean car fast and free vacuums, come visit us today. And if you want the best deal in town, ask us about our unlimited wash club. Jolly Washer Express at the 76 gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Piner Road. Or visit us online, jollywasherexpress.com. Jolly Washer Express is a proud partner of Santa Rosa Junior College men's basketball.
Was a 13-point lead at halftime. It got down to 5, and the Bear Cubs have built it back up to double digits as they lead by 10. The Rams will inbound the basketball. Gavilan lost to City College of San Francisco in January. They've won 13 in a row. They lost another game in November. Wallace gets beat along the baseline by Zaid. After beating the press, then Gavilan will dump back into their zone. And they go to double Chavez and then leave him alone, but he misses the 3. Maybe that's good strategy. No. Little miscommunication, but it didn't affect the Rams. They got the stop and the basketball. 8-point game. Wallace tries to draw the charge. No call. And Zaid. And the officials will call a timeout to drop the sweat. I thought Wallace had position. See where his feet are. Pretty good defensive position, but hey, we'll move on. We're not going to get hypercritical of the officials. I might send their senator an email. Just kidding. Bear Cubs up by 6. Tough pass, and then we got a push. Good call by Greg Puccioni. A little action. Turn on the wireless mic. Get a little taste. It's sounds of the court. Maybe there's some people who prefer just to hear that and not me. Not my mom. Another tough inbound for the Bear Cubs. Nick Cole with the basketball. Pressured by DJ Burgess. Gavilan wants a 5-second call. They don't get it, and then they get a foul call by Zaid, and that is that's his 4th personal foul, the point guard out of Taft High School. And quickly, Dion Ellis will check in for him. Ibn Zaid with 4 personals. And he regrets committing that foul. Will the Bear Cubs take advantage? Second team foul on the Rams. Bear Cubs have 1. Cole back to Chavez. 5 on the shot clock. Chavez buries the 3. 9-point game. Rebound. Perez, and he's fouled. Oh. I don't even know if Perez had possession of the basketball, but the official's right there. Turnover, Santa Rosa. Looked like Perez had the numbers, but credit Gavilan getting the position, getting the call from the officials. 17-footer, front rim, rebounded by Fisher. And then Ellis is calling for the ball in the low block. Burgess, 17-footer, bingo. 7-point game. Little swing there. Bear Cubs had the basketball ready to go up double digits. And it's a basket for the Rams. And then we've got another foul. And Ellis is called being handsy. And those are some of the fouls that weren't called, that were looked to be fouls last week that weren't called. And Coach McMillan working the officials. We don't mean working them. That's not nice. Developing better relationships with the officials. And if he doesn't, Ryan Cook, his assistant, always will take care of him. Mundu! Goes right to the hoop. Burgess with the foul. Washington, a Fremont alum. Little shimmy, little shake, and a finish. And a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. The Bear Cubs up 10. Nearly halfway through the second half here at Gavilan College in Gilroy. Stop on a dime. Fadeaway doesn't go. Chavez with the rebound. And he's double teamed. Somebody's going to be opened. Goes right by Ellis. And then a little hot to McMillan. Mundu recovers. And then the Bear Cubs will reset. 15 on the shot clock. Golden possession for the Bear Cubs. Chavez is going to have to sling this one. And Coach McMillan wanted a foul. But if you're going to turn it over, that's the type of turnover you want. Not a live ball. You're working some clock. But the Bear Cubs got stagnant like a bad pond there. Ellis is fouled by McMillan on the low block. And then he'll get a couple of free throws. Little screen in the paint. And see guys there getting handsy. You're going to get called for that every time. But a good foul by McMillan as Ellis misses the front end of the two shots. Splits the free throw. Murad Ibarra checks in for Bowers. 9-point game. Chavez will inbound. The Rams will press. Perez with the basketball. Points in the paint in the second half. Gavilan 12, Santa Rosa 2. Chavez misses, but Coach McMillan's son, Jason, with a points in the paint. He's got 7. So when guys overplay, there's opportunities at offensive glass. Burgess with the 3. And Coach Jensen calls a timeout. You're watching Bear Cub basketball on NorCal Sports TV.
Santa Rosa Junior College men's basketball on NorCal Sports TV is brought to you in part by Jolly Washer Express, the fastest and most convenient car wash in town. Fit Pro Go, who will be our Fit Pro Go player of the game? JRIMYC Mechanical, innovative solutions and expertise for over 2 decades for commercial plumbing in Northern California. Lombardi's Gourmet Deli and Barbecue in Petaluma, where they offer a large selection of gourmet delicatessen food, along with a wide variety of barbecue and local wine.
So Gavilan only had made 1 3 in the first half. Are doing a much better job in the second half hitting those threes. After the timeout by Coach Jensen, the Bear Cubs with the basketball, up 8. McMillan over to Perez. Gavilan's made 3 threes, and Perez has another shot block, but gets the ball back, and then he's tackled on the floor. And we've got a scrum, and we're watching basketball, and a rugby match has broke out. Whose basketball is it? Chambers and Cortman check in. Good job by Jason McMillan with a couple of field goals here. Off the bench, 8 on the shot clock. Mundu for 3. 30-footer or 22-footer goes 24. And a chance for the Rams. Burgess for 3. Back rim, offensive rebounded by Potts. One of the keys coming into the game, win the rebounding and turnover battle. More rebounds, less turnovers. That's Gavilan, Coach Dallas Jensen. Back rim 3, Mundu's fouled, no call, but the officials will give the basketball to the Bear Cubs. Fair enough. So coming up on April 7th, Mundu's cramping up. So coming up on April 7th is our All-Star game. There's going to be 6 games. There's junior college game. There's going to be a lot of junior college players, several in this game. And get your tickets in advance at NorCalSportsTV.com/tickets18. To get 20% off, use discount code Ventura20 this weekend only. Buy your tickets in advance and get 20% off. And there's going to be 6 All-Star games. So make those plans for Saturday, April 7th. Mundu's cramping up. And we'll just say this. There's a Coach Bergman, one of my best friends, coached with him for a long time. And I know this gentleman was watching the game last week because we saw him on the chat line. I don't look at the chat lines live, but his name is Ronnie Culpepper, one of the best athletes in the history of Cloverdale High School. But he cramped up a lot. So we used to use the term just Culpeppered. And Ronnie, you probably don't know that, but now you do. So Mundu trying to work that cramp out. Once again, our officials, Greg Puccioni, Ryan Skates, and Zach Nelson doing a good job tonight. But anybody who's had leg cramps, they're no fun, and especially when you're out competing. So Wallace will check in for Mundu. Inbound to Wallace. Thing is that they've walked him all the way over. Get some fluids in the young man. .15 on the shot clock. All eyes on Chavez. Cole, 10. Chavez, wide open 3. Back rim. Cortman with the tip, but it goes to Potts. 8-point lead. Gavilan trailing by 8, looking for a hoop. Burgess kicks it out to Ellis. 10 on the shot clock. Bowers runs over Chavez. Ball goes out of bounds. Ibn Zaid will check in. He's got 4 fouls. Checks in for Ellis, and Coach McMillan just wants to make sure that they've got everybody knows who they're guarding and who's helping who. Dallas Jensen, the head coach in his second year, 61-7. Prior to him, the last time Gavilan won a conference championship in basketball was in 1969. Elbow jumper, all net, DJ Burgess. Burgess now has 11, 6-point lead. Chambers over to Wallace. Cortman. Chambers, not even close. And Gavilan will attack. They've got the Mo. That 3 is good. Zaid. Three-point game. This is the closest Gavilan has been since early in the second half. And then Chavez is fouled, and that'll be the 14th foul. Fisher called for the foul. Perez will check in. Cole, in and out. Rebound off of Gavilan. Inbound. The Bear Cubs will have it with a fresh 30-second clock. Zaid with 21, Burgess with 9, Chavez with 15, Mundu with 12. Cortman along the baseline, and then a sloppy pass and a break for the Bear Cubs. And Jason McMillan will quickly check back in for Cortman. .27 on the shot clock. See what the Bear Cubs got on the inbound. Cole in the corner, not a good place to be. Wallace attacks. He's fouled, no call. And a chance for it with a three for Gavilan to tie it up. Zaid pushes off that. Oh, Puccioni calls him for the travel. Thought he was going to call him for the player control foul. And then Coach McMillan will call a timeout. We'll keep it right here. So the winner of this game will be one of the final four teams of Northern California, and then there'll be four from Southern California, and they get seeded based off their finish, and they'll be playing at Ventura College starting on Friday in the state tournament. Gavilan has never been, and the Bear Cubs would like to make a return, and we see Atmar Mundu jumping along the sideline, see if he's ready to go. It'll be Bear Cub basketball after the timeout. Bear Cubs led 39-26 at half. But credit Gavilan. They trailed by 13 last week at half, so familiar territory. So Chavez will inbound. He can't move, he's got to stay in place. And Gavilan will continue to press. It hasn't been an easy inbound all night. McMillan works his footwork around along the base of the sideline. There's been about three turnovers off the press, but it's forced the Bear Cubs to get shots, take shots late in the shot clock. Perez, wide open three, doesn't go. And another opportunity for Gavilan. Miss. McMillan with the rebound. Burgess misses. Wallace. 5 minutes left here in the second half. Chris Babcock, NorCal Sports TV, Bear Cub basketball against Gavilan College. Chavez with the wing jumper. 5-point game. Who will take that trip down the Ventura Highway? Will it be Santa Rosa or Gavilan? Fisher. Burgess with the basketball. Wallace denying Zaid. Perez. And then Puccioni calls Ryan Perez with the trip. His third personal, fourth team foul. And Dalen Potts will inbound. Wallace denying Zaid of the basketball. Potts. Chavez called for the foul on Bowers. 16 or 15 foul for the Bear Cubs. Both teams have been playing good defense without fouling. Low block. Kick out to Zaid. And he's on fire. 61-59, 5 threes in the second half for Gavilan. Only made one in the first. Cole with a drive and a layup. Scoreless last week, only has a couple of field goals, but that was an important one. 4-point lead for the Bear Cubs. Fisher. Low block to Bowers. Good help by Chavez with the steal. 3-on-1 territory. Perez is fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. Why do I say a 3-on-2 territory? That's I'm going to write sentences after the game for saying that. There's a 3-on-2 transition. Chavez drives, kicks it to Perez, draws the foul, get a couple of free throws. Makes the first. .328 left from Bill Christopher Court. Bud and Jean Otmar Memorial Gymnasium. Back rim. Rebounded by Nick Cole. He's in traffic. Watch where you stop your dribble, young man. McMillan tries to throw the ball cross court, and the ball hits the net. And it's a near turnover, but somehow the Bear Cubs keep the basketball. So Jason McMillan tries to throw the cross-court pass, and it hits the net. Fresno City leads Yuba 71-62, 3:15 left in another regional. Chavez, back rim, long rebound to Fisher. See if they get Zaid involved. Nearly turns it over. And we've got a foul on Damian Wallace. 16 fouls. Both have 16 fouls. Wallace is caught for the foul. McMillan, good defense. Long rebound. And then we got a foul, and Zaid's fouled out of the game. And the Bear Cubs will be in the bonus. So watch him come from out of the back. Bing. And the foul. And the point guard is fouled out of Taft High School. Nick Cole at the free throw line, shooting 1-on-1. Bear Cubs in the bonus. The next foul, Gavilan will be in the bonus. And then Cole misses the free throw. 5-point game. Gavilan's leading scorer for tonight is out, fouled out. 15 on the shot clock. Bad pass, Cole with the steal. He goes next play after the missed free throw. Doesn't like the numbers, and he'll run some offense. The Bear Cubs will work a little clock. Wallace drives, doesn't like the chances, kicks it out to Chavez. 10 on the shot clock. And a bad pass by Chavez. Good defense, getting back. Gavilan didn't take the chance. They'll set their offense under 2 minutes. McMillan won the player control foul, and then we get a step over by Bowers. And the officials let things go a little bit. They let the courtman slam up against the wall, and they let that one go. McMillan trying to draw the player control foul. He's stationary there, and then you get the step over here. Not a big fan of that. 64-61, timeout. So the Bear Cubs with the basketball, they'll be able to run the baseline as they lead by 3. Mundu still trying to stretch in front of the Bear Cubs bench. But once you've reached this point where you're cramping up, recovering is going to be pretty tough. But Zaid fouls out with, I believe, 21 points. Chavez will inbound, and the Bear Cubs have struggled inbounding the basketball. Little zone press. Wallace back to Chavez. He picks up his dribble, then throws a bad pass, and it's a turnover. Saw that one coming. And Gavilan with the basketball. One possession lead for the Bear Cubs. They run a double screen, and a three doesn't go. McMillan with the rebound. Had a wide open look for Potts. And then Wallace is called for the player control foul. Don't know why he even tried to penetrate that far. And that's good defense by Gavilan. So both teams in the bonus. 117 here in regulation. Both teams scoring at an 80-point clip per game. Not tonight, unless it goes overtime. McMillan defending Ellis on the low block. 15 on the shot clock. Turnaround jumper is good in the paint. Xander Bowers. 15 points last week. 1 point lead for Santa Rosa. Coach McMillan calls out a play. Gavilan will zone. Both teams in the bonus. Got to have a great possession by spreading the court. 10 on the shot clock. Chavez picks up his dribble into the corner to Cole. Perez, wide open three. Bottom of the net. As the shot clock buzzer sounds off. It's a 4-point lead for Santa Rosa. Potts misses. No, it goes in. And it's a 1-point game. You want to talk about your hometown roll? Here is an example. It didn't look like it was going in. It rattles around, and he gets the hometown roll here at Bill Christopher Court, Bud and Jean, Otmar Memorial Gymnasium. And what a ball game. Bear Cubs lead by 1. Also want to thank our partners at the Washoe House. Is the oldest roadhouse around here since 1859. Larry Peter brought it back to life 4 years ago, serving breakfast 7 days per week and the best prime rib in town. Come see us Friday nights for country music straight out of Nashville. The Washoe House in Petaluma. Great prime rib, great country music. Thanks to Larry Peter for his support of Santa Rosa Junior College men's basketball. So both teams in the bonus, 17 seconds remain in regulation. Jason McMillan will inbound. Well, Mundu will inbound. He can run the baseline. He's back in the game. Cole, he's trapped. Perez gets the inbound, and then he's fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line, shooting 1-1. He split his last free throws. Perez at the free throw line. Even if he makes both, Gavilan will have a chance to tie with the 3. Got to make them one at a time. Perez out of Petaluma misses, and Gavilan's got a chance, and they call a timeout. So Ryan Perez has missed the back end of a 2-shot free throw and then misses that one, and Gavilan quickly calls a timeout. They trail by 1. 7.6 seconds left in regulation. So I would imagine they're going to run something down in the low block. either to Bowers or Ellis. The Bear Cubs have 17 fouls. Gavilan has 8, so a foul, unless it's a player control foul, is going to be at least one free throw, a bonus situation for Gavilan. But we want to thank all of our partners who have supported Santa Rosa Junior College men's basketball, and in particular, Jolly Washer Express at the 76th gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Piner Road. JollyWasherExpress.com, proud supporters of Bear Cub basketball. So where will the ball be inbounded? And how many timeouts does Gavilan have? Santa Rosa, Gavilan is out of timeouts. Santa Rosa has 4. So if you have trouble inbounding the ball, you can't call a timeout. Dallas Jensen on the floor, still trying to call out directions to his team. And they want spacing. And you've got 2 and 25, Bowers and Ellis at the high post. Zaid is fouled out of the game. Player control foul! Skylar Chavez draws the charge. Xander Bowers called for the player control. Now the Bear Cubs still have to inbound the basketball, and Coach McMillan will call the timeout. Did he get the license plate number that just ran him over? Let's watch that again. Now just freeze it for a second. This is the state's leading scorer. Okay, you think what kind of a ball player is? Does he play defense? You be the judge. He's going to help with the low block. Doesn't go there. Has position. And he's drilled, and he takes the charge. So the Bear Cubs have another, they can call a timeout if they don't get it inbound. They can't run the baseline. So Mundu cannot run the baseline, so you don't want to turn it over that way. You just don't want to throw it up court and out of bounds. And Mundu calls the timeout. And that was the instruction in the huddle. If you don't like what you have, call a timeout. So well done. And these are the situations that you work on over and over again. Coach will set the clock. You're up 1 against Gavilan. And it's 1.1 seconds. No, I guarantee it. And something we haven't mentioned, because it's been such a great game, Coach McMillan has never coached against Gavilan. And I know these schools have a long history, meaning Gavilan's 50-plus years old. Bear Cub, Santa Rosa Junior College is older than that. But they have never faced each other in Coach McMillan's 19 seasons. Can't run the baseline. Inbound, that's too easy. And we got a foul, 0.1 seconds. Nick Cole will be at the free throw line. And the Bear Cubs, unless something really weird happens, are headed to Ventura, the number 6 seed. And the officials getting together and seeing Coach McMillan's asking his guys to match up but don't foul. Who will be our Fit Pro Go player of the game? Stay tuned.
24, Nick Cole, 2 shots.
Nick Cole has 2 free throws. 0.7 seconds left from a trip down the Ventura Highway. We've got a timeout on the floor. Cole at the free throw line. Misses the first. So the Bear Cubs haven't been real championship-like from the free throw line here late. Make the second one, and then we've got a timeout, and we're going to get a 9 route to the middle of the paint, and then a catch and shoot as the Bear Cubs lead by 2. So the Bear Cubs are 0.7 seconds away from making their 7th Elite 8 since the 2011 season. And they did it on the defensive end. And they'll go back and they'll look at this film and know where there were some sloppy passes, but you've also got to credit the athletic ability of the Gavilan College Rams. And they have not lost since January 4th when they lost to City College of San Francisco. So this isn't like the NBA, you call a timeout and you advance the ball. So we're going to protect the table because I got a feeling we're going to have a Hail Mary. It's got to be a throw and a catch and a shot, literally that fast. And it doesn't go. Ventura Highway in the sunshine where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. You're going to go, I know, and so are the Bear Cubs as they win 68-66 in a great junior college basketball game here from Gavilan College. And we're going to get some Bear Cubs to interview post-game. We're going to play a commercial and then we'll come back. You're watching Bear Cub basketball on NorCal Sports TV, but also once again would like to thank the Washoe House, the oldest roadhouse around here since 1859. Larry Peter brought it back to life 4 years ago, serving breakfast 7 days per week and the best prime rib in town. Come see us Friday nights for country music straight out of Nashville. The Washoe House in Petaluma. You're watching Bear Cub basketball on NorCal Sports TV.
Jolly Washer Express is the only true express car wash in Santa Rosa. Jolly Washer Express will wash your car for $9 in less than 6 minutes and will never have an attendant trying to sell you extra services at the pay station. If you want a clean car fast and free vacuums, come visit us today. And if you want the best deal in town, ask us about our unlimited wash club. Jolly Washer Express at the 76 gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Piner Road. Or visit us online, jollywasherexpress.com. Jolly Washer Express is a proud partner of Santa Rosa Junior College men's basketball. Santa Rosa Junior College men's basketball on NorCal Sports TV is brought to you in part by Jolly Washer Express, the fastest and most convenient car wash in town. Fit Pro Go, who will be our Fit Pro Go player of the game? JRIMYC Mechanical, innovative solutions and expertise for over 2 decades for commercial plumbing in Northern California. Lombardi's Gourmet Deli and Barbecue in Petaluma, where they offer a large selection of gourmet delicatessen food, along with a wide variety of barbecue and local wine.
We're with a bunch of happy Bear Cubs here as they get the victory over a very good Gavilan team who hasn't lost since January. Let's get Skylar up here first. state's leading scorer, but that's probably the most important charge of your life.
No doubt, baby. That's what we practice. That's what we practice on, every day. And all I had to do is stay low, and you got to get that done for the team, baby. Let's go. Let's go. We going this state.
Damian. Yes, sir. You got to love this moment. You were hurt last year. You're going to make a little trip down the Ventura Highway. What are your thoughts, young man?
We just got to, get out there on Monday. We got practice, get after it. It's going to be good competition. It's going to be some good competition down there. So, we're going to be ready. We're going to celebrate this one for the night, and then on Monday, get after it. Prepare.
Where's Ryan Perez? Ryan Perez leaving me? Oh, my goodness. He's not the first guy I interviewed. Now, we won't talk about your free throws because you're going to work on that. We tease each other a lot. But, Ryan, not easy to get to the regional final and then win. You made that trip to LA, now you're going to make another one. How's that make you feel?
We winners. It feels good. It feels great, actually, going back to back, and we try and get the chip. Just being real.
Santa Rosa Junior College Bear Cubs are making a trip down the Ventura Highway. You're watching Bear Cub basketball on NorCal Sports TV. That's a happy bunch. And, yeah, I can tease Ryan Perez because that's a relationship we have. But what a ball game. And we've got some scores. Fresno beat Yuba 81-69. College of the Sequoia Giants are up over Delta, a fellow Big 8 conference team, 50-44 with 15 minutes left in the second half. And here's the scoring first for Gavilan. Burgess with 11, Bowers with 11, Zaid with 27, but he fouled out with probably about 5 minutes left. Fisher with 8. Santa Rosa, 22 points in the paint. Gavilan, 24. That's a good stat. Potts had 15 rebounds for Gavilan. And they were 7 of 24 in the game from downtown. They made 6 threes in the second half. They only made 1 in the first. For Santa Rosa, Atmar Mundu with 12. Damian Wallace with 8 points and 8 rebounds and 4 assists. Perez with 7. McMillan with 7 off the bench. Skylar Chavez, 27 points, 7 rebounds, and probably the best charge he's ever taken in his life. And that play right there will enable the Bear Cubs to make their second consecutive trip down the Ventura Highway. And they will be playing in the state junior college tournament starting on Friday. Ventura College, that's where Craig McMillan's dad went to junior college a long, long time ago. We'll close it out here, but once again, I want to really thank the folks at Gavilan College, Athletic Director Ron Hannon and Head Coach Dallas Green for getting us all set up. From Bud and Gene, Otmar Memorial Gymnasium, where the Santa Rosa Junior College Bear Cubs beat Gavilan 68-66 to win this NorCal regional final and move on to the state tournament at Ventura College starting on Friday. Thanks to all of our partners who have supported our second season of being the streaming home of Santa Rosa Junior College basketball. especially Jolly Washer Express. You've been watching NorCal Sports TV. Thanks to our crew, Jaime Montañez on center camera, David Martinez on floor cam, our statistician, Jeremy Hurtado, and our director, Luis Rangel. I'm Chris Babcock here in Gilroy. Good night, and thanks for being on the show.